Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nirmala teaching English in the Department of S&H at MLR Institute of Technology. In this lecture, we will learn about word formation. So first of all, we will learn what is the concept of word formation. So the word formation helps us understanding how new words are created and how vocabulary grows in English. So the word formation is a process of creating new words in language. So what is word formation? So word formation involves adding prefixes, suffixes, or combining words to create new words. This process makes language flexible and expressive. For example, here we have drive. Drive is a verb and the driver is a noun. When we are adding er, suffix to the drive, so we get a new word. So it is a type of word formation. Here the form of the word also changes because the verb here change as noun. So this is about what is a word formation. All these examples explain that words change form to express different meanings and grammatical function. So what is a morph and the smallest units? To understand word formation, we must understand morphemes. A word can be broken into smaller meaningful parts called morphemes. So here this is the smallest unit of having some meaning. These are morphemes and plus happy. So these are meaningful unit in a word. So introduce new words, root words, prefixes and suffixes. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit in a word. So types of word formation, there are many types forming a new words. So today we will learn a few types: clipping, conversion, compounding, blending, back formation, coinage, acronyms, initialism, affixation. So the main process used to form a new word is a word formation. First of all, we will learn affixation. What is affixation? Affixation is the most common method of word formation. Here we add prefixes at the beginning and suffixes at the ending of the words. So for example, here we can see unfair. Fair is a root word, do is a root word, help is a root word. So first two words here un and re, these are prefixes. When we are adding prefixes, we are getting a new words. And the other two examples, if you take care is a root word, joy is a root word, less, full and full, these are suffixes. When we are adding suffixes to the root word, we are getting new words. So adding prefixes or suffixes to create a new word, this is a type of word formation called affixation. So what is a prefix? Prefixes usually change the meaning of the word but do not change its grammatical category. A prefix is added at the beginning of the word. So for example, unhappy, disagree, we have a few examples here. Un is a prefix, dis, re, im, pre, all these are prefixes. When we are adding a fragment of a word or a syllable before the root word, this is called a prefixes. So this explains how prefixes change the meaning but not word class. So what is the suffixes? Suffixes often change the grammatical category. For example, teach becomes teacher, changing from verb to noun. For example, teach is a verb. Teach is a verb. Teacher is a noun. Here, by adding er is a suffix. By adding verb becomes here noun. So in suffixes, suffix can change the word class. So compounding. In compounding, two independent words combine to create a new words. So combining two words to form one new word is a compounding. For example, black is one independent word and board is another independent word. Tooth is independent word and paste is another independent word. By adding two independent words, we are getting some other new words. So this process is a compounding. Conversion. In conversion, the spelling remains the same, but the function changes. So here, changing the word class without changing its form. For example, Google. Google, we can use it as a noun. At the same time, we can use it as a verb. Like email, text, and water bottle, all these example. Here, there is zero derivation. So, clipping. What is the clipping? This is one type of word formation. Clipping makes words shorter and easier to use in everyday communication. So, shortening a longer word is a clipping. For example, so laboratory, advertisement, examination, telephone, gymnasium, all these words. In our informal speech, when we are talking informally, we can use it as a lab, ad, exam, phone, gym. So, this is a clipping. Clipping is a shortening a longer word into a short word. And then blending. Blending takes parts of two words and merges them to create a new word. For example, so blending is a combining parts of two words. So combining or merging two words. For example, breakfast is a word and lunch is a word. So listen carefully. Here we are not combining, or not joining. So here we are merging breakfast and lunch. Then we get a new word like brunch. Smoke, folk, we get smog. So these explain blended word formation. So blending is merging two words. So acronyms. Acronyms are formed from the first letters of words and are pronounced as a single word. So acronym is words formed from initial letters. For example, NASA. NASA, what is NASA? National Aeronautics Space Administration. In that abbreviation, we are taking the initial or the first letter of every word, like N, A, S, A. And then also it pronounced as a single word, NASA. So these are acronyms. Acronyms are the words formed from initial letters of each word and pronounced as a single word, like NASA, ATM, Wi-Fi, AI. So and then initialisms. What are initialisms in word formation? Unlike acronyms, initialisms are pronounced letter by letter. Initialisms are abbreviations pronounced letter by letter. For example, USA, UK. So here the USA is not pronouncing as a single word. So when we compare to acronyms, these are not pronounced as a single word. It pronounced as letter by letter, like USA, CPU, PDF, and HTML. So next, the type of back formation. So it's very simple. In back formation, a shorter word is created by removing what seems like a prefix. So what is a back formation? Back formation is creating a new word by removing a suffix. If you see the example here, editor. In editor, we are removing suffix. What is suffix here? Or. So when we are removing suffix, we are getting a new word, edit. So editor is a noun here and edit is a verb. So here the word class also changes. So this is back formation is creating a new word by removing suffix. So here we have a few examples: donation, television, so sculpture. So and then borrowing. What is the borrowing word formation? English has borrowed many words from other different languages all over the world. So taking words from other languages is borrowing, and also we can call it as loan words. For example, cafe. We borrowed this cafe from French kindergarten it is a German word, and Bangla, it is a Hindi word. So, taking words from other languages or borrowing or loan words. So, this is about borrowing. So, it explains the language influential. So, next, coinage. Coinage involves inventing entirely new words, often for brand names. For example, so Google, Kodak, and Xerox. These are names of a few brands. So, creating completely new words. This is a coinage. And then reduplication. What is the reduplication? Reduplication, nothing but repeats sounds to create rhythm or emphasis. Repeating words or sounds is a reduplication. For example, bye bye, no, tick-tock, flip-flop, chit-chat. So, all these are we use in informal language. Repeating words or sounds is called reduplication. Finally, what is the importance of word formation? Understanding word formation improves vocabulary and communication skills. It helps expand vocabulary and language creativity. If we take a few examples, like here we have automation, modernization, all these are related to academic and professional use. So, word formation is very, very essential in writing or communication skills. So, application in academic writing. So, it's very important in our professional and academic writing. Correct word forms are essential in academic writing and communication itself. Using correct forms in formal writing is very, very important in today's society. So, it's very useful for exams and reports. Like we have so many diction we have. So, in conclusion, word formation is essential for understanding how English grows and adapts. Mastering these processes improves vocabulary and communication. So, in this lesson, we learned about the different types of word formation, like prefixes, suffixes, and back formation, fixation, blending, borrowing, all these things. So, word formation is a dynamic process that enriches our language academically, professionally, and in communication itself. So, this is in short about word formation. In next lecture, we will come with another topic. Thank you.